Hey guys, how's it going? It's Infernomen again. Welcome back to another video on the channel, and this time around I'm going to be doing Bird Keeper Toby's second edition of his 2020 Wants to Battle Tag Challenge. Now, if you don't know what that is, basically every year Toby sets up a Q&A for other YouTubers to pass on to other people by doing their own video if they've been tagged by someone else. This time around there are 7 questions, half of them having to do with Pokemon and YouTube content making, and the other ones having to do with tagging and other things as such. If you remember, I did his first edition earlier this year, and I'm really excited to be tagged in the second edition, which I was tagged by my friend Offline Nuzlocke. As you can probably tell by his channel name, he does Nuzlocks over there on his channel, so I'll leave him up in the cards up above and in the description down below so you can go check him out. Also, right before we get into the questions, I want you guys to go check out Bird Keeper Toby if you are not already subscribed to him, as he is the original creator of this challenge and he makes a lot of awesome content you definitely should check out. Now to get right into the questions, the first question is, what is the best Pokemon of 2020? Now, when Toby asks this question, basically what he's asking is what is the best Pokemon that you used during this year, whether it's in your own Nuzlocke challenges on your channel or anything else like that that really screams, this is the Pokemon of the year, this is the best Pokemon in my opinion that I have used this year. And I really had to, go back and check my Nuzlocke challenges over the year. There's been about 5, I believe, because I did 2 in 2019, so yeah, there's been about 5. Probably 6 actually, I don't know, I lose track of them, but I had to think about all the Pokemon that I used over those series, things like that, just to nail down which were the best of the best. And I think that when it came down to the last 3, I decided on Cinderace. Now, what really decides why Cinderace is my Pokemon of 2020 really comes down to the Shield Nuzlocke I did back in January that ended around April. When I did my first playthrough of the Galar region, I started with Pokemon Sword, and I chose Sobble as my starter, which was a decision I had made when the starters were revealed back in February of 2019. Grookey was a strong second option, and Scorbunny I didn't think much of as I thought it looked a lot like Chespin, and you guys know how much I like Chespin. But when it became time for me to start my Shield Nuzlocke for the channel, I decided to use a starter other than Sobble since, it would be the best decision to use something that I hadn't used before because it's a lot more creative and really fun to see how I end up using that Pokemon. That Pokemon I chose, of course, is Scorbunny, and it was a lot of fun to use Scorbunny and eventually Cinderace, and there were a lot of close calls. If you've done a Nuzlocke challenge yourself, you know that close calls happen a lot and your Pokemon almost die in many cases if they don't actually die. In those certain cases, it can become kind of scary and you become really thankful that your Pokemon didn't die, and you might think more of that Pokemon now that it happened. It's just like the saying that goes, you don't really appreciate what you have until it's gone. It kind of works for you don't appreciate what you have until it's almost gone, I guess, in this case. Cinderace had plenty of close calls throughout the Shield Nuzlocke, including right at the beginning of the game. As soon as we hit the wild area, we encountered a Budew as one of our first encounters, and you might think since it's a baby Pokemon and it's grass while Scorbunny is fire, there shouldn't be that much of a threat, but Scorbunny almost died and we ended up losing the Budew and not catching it, so that was a pretty ridiculous encounter, but we did pull through and thankfully I came out with my Scorbunny. I'd rather have my Scorbunny than a dead Scorbunny and a Budew. The final close call came in the league when Cinderace almost died to, I think Leon's Charizard was the case, either that or it was Raihan's Duraludon, so it was one of the two of course, but it really made me thankful. My heart was really racing in that moment, and I was so relieved that Trix the Cinderace ended up living that and becoming one of the only starters I've had live on the team throughout a whole Nuzlocke. The second question asks, what is the best video you've made this year in your opinion? Of course, this becomes very biased, and when it comes to your opinion, you can't really look at numbers because it's really what you enjoyed making and what you really liked putting out there for people to enjoy, even if it didn't receive that much attention. However, this video that I enjoyed making ended up being one of my most viewed videos on the channel, and I really loved making it too. Just to give a little backstory, as you guys may know, I have a whole series of videos where I take favorite shows of mine and give characters each their own full Pokemon team of 6, and I call that just Pokemon Teams. That's what the folder is called. That's what the series is called, Pokemon Teams. And I've made a video for different shows, including JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Steven Universe, My Hero Academia, Gravity Falls, Rick and Morty, and horror movie characters. My favorite one to make, however, is the My Hero Academia one, which is the most viewed one out of all of the videos. But the reason why it was so fun to make is because after the first two, which were the JoJo one and the Steven Universe one, I kind of picked up on how I was really going to end up doing the series and how easy and difficult at the same time it is to play in these teams. And I got a lot of positive feedback on it. I always invited at the end of the video for people to, tell me what these characters should have instead of what I gave them, stuff like that. But I don't recall seeing a single comment, somebody telling me that I was wrong about any of them or a Pokemon could be better. So obviously a lot of people agreed with what I chose, and I really had a lot of fun picking the teams for them, just realizing, oh, this would be perfect for that team, and why didn't I think of this before? It's so obvious, and stuff like that. Also, it puts my creative mind to the test, and I really like putting my creativity out there for people to enjoy, and the fact that I have a lot of positive feedback about it just really makes me smile. The third question is, what can your viewers expect from you in 2021? Now, you guys may have guessed this already, but there's tons of Nuzlocke content coming out for the future. Randomizer Nuzlocke, stuff like that. A new thing that will be coming to the channel, however, is projects with other creators, including Nuzlocks and scripted videos and stuff like that. I'm going to be making videos not just by myself anymore, but with other people. As you may know, we have a tag lock coming up with some other people very soon, so you have that to look forward to, and it's very likely that's already going to happen this year. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen this year. It depends on how fast everybody gets their parts finished, but it'll most likely come out by the end of the year. And then I'm also planning on doing soul links, cage locks, other things like that with other content creators soon, so that's something else you can look forward to. I'm also trying to plan on scripted videos for you guys to enjoy, stuff like that, that lets me share my opinions on different Pokemon things and stuff like that. I feel like my scripted videos have been basically the same 4 or 5 categories, so I'm trying to branch out into different things like that that let me further explain what my opinions on different Pokemon are. Question number 4 is there anything on YouTube that really made you feel good this year? This question is a big one because there's a lot of things that made me feel good about this year. It started off a little bit slow because I made my return after being on a hiatus for about a month and a half, and the new year had just started, so I had to plan things that were going to be coming out in the future, start expanding my growth. But just in this year alone, my layout designs, which I do all of them by myself, my scripted videos, things like that, they have all improved, and it really shows how far I've come in just a year. And just in November, I gained 75 subscribers in 1 month, which is the biggest growth I've ever had on YouTube since starting in June of 2019. So that really makes me feel good, and I really appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the past year and a half, and I don't know where I'd be without you guys, and I'm really excited to see where I go from here. Question number 5 is, do you prefer the Crown Tundra or the Isle of Armor? This question is a little bit of a debate that I haven't really spoken my mind too much on, but I'd really like to do it in this video, of course, so I'm just going to come out and say that I like the Crown Tundra better, but I'm going to explain why. So when it comes to story, the Isle of Armor obviously has much more story because you get more involved with your rival, the new rival that you get in the region. Hop is there as well. The Max mushrooms come out. You get to feed your Pokemon Max soup, so any Pokemon that couldn't Gigantamax before can Gigantamax now if you have that Max soup for them. There was definitely a lot of hype when the Isle of Armor came out, and I do love the Isle of Armor, but the reason why I like the Crown Tundra better is because of how heavily focused it is on Legendary. While it is sad that you can't get the horses, Calyrex, or the Galarian Legendary Birds shiny because they're locked, you can get basically every other Legendary in the game as shiny. That includes the Swords of Justice, which are completely full odds even if you have the shiny charm, as well as all the Regis that have the same odds, and then the really exciting part is the Dynamax Adventures that not only boost the shiny odds for regular Pokemon in them, but the legendaries as well. As of right now, I have 6 shiny legendaries. Which are Mewtwo, Suicune, Tornadus, Tapu Lele, Xurkitree, and Stakataka, and I've really wanted shiny Ultra Beasts for a while since Sun and Moon, so I'm really excited that they made these chances easier because I wasn't really focused on shiny hunting when I played the original games. And while you can go into the ultra wormholes to get as many ultra beasts as you can't get more than one of the same legendaries. So it's really exciting that not only ultra beasts, but all legendaries can be found shiny, including the ones that were locked in Sun and Moon, including all of the Tapus, Solgaleo, and Lunala. Overall, the shiny hunting factor makes this all great. I know that a lot of people complain about the fossils just being there all over the Crown Tundra, but I mean, it saves you time because you can catch as many as you want, so you don't have to soft reset for the shiny, and you can just encounter them to get them shiny, as well as pseudo-legendaries. Basically, all the pseudo-legendaries are in the game now, which is really freaking awesome, and I'm glad that they did that as well. Now this is the part where I shout out a smaller content creator that I think you guys would enjoy. This person is somebody I definitely could have tagged in the tag challenge, but they were also tagged by offline Nuzlocke, so instead I'm going to be shouting them out right here. That person is my friend Latin Luigi. He's someone I met about a month ago. We became friends, we're in a group chat together, and we talk a lot. He's a really awesome guy, he's super funny. I've been to a couple of his streams and I've seen a few of his videos as well. Really awesome content creator that I definitely think you guys will enjoy. You should go check him out because he's a really awesome guy. Now the last part of this video is tagging the 3 people I want to tag. The first person I want to tag is my friend Brandon, aka BB Max World, who is somebody that has been around on the channel and even before the channel. I definitely say that he's my online best friend, someone I've known about 6 months before I started my channel actually, and he lives all the way in the UK, I'm all the way in the US. He was the first person I really got to have that whole experience with having a friend from a different country, and that's something that I had wanted to do since, you know, I was a kid. I wanted to have a friend from somewhere else in the world, and Brandon was the first person to be that for me, so I really appreciate him. On his channel, he does scripted videos, and he also has a series that's kind of similar to Pokemon Talk, if you've heard of that. It's a plush series that's animated. I voiced Litten on that, so I've been there, so it's a lot of fun to watch. There's plenty of episodes available for you to enjoy, so definitely go check out Brandon's channel and all he has to offer on there. The second person I want to tag is my friend Trainer James, who is also someone I met recently, but also a very awesome supporter of the channel. Currently on his channel, he is doing an Alpha Sapphire Dice Lock and a Pokemon Black Randomizer Nuzlocke. He is changing his channel to be Dice Lock specific, but the Dice Locks are really interesting and really worth watching. If you want to know how they work, he has a whole video explaining how they work. It would take me a while to explain how they work myself, so I invite you to go check it out, because there is a lot of awesome stuff within Dice Locks, and I'm thinking about doing one soon, so you can look forward to that from me as well. The last person I want to tag is my friend It's Really Timmy B. He is somebody else who I have become friends with recently. He's got a lot of awesome content on his channel as well. He's also got a Santa lock going on right now, which you can also go check out his series so you can find out how those work. It's just a holiday themed Nuzlocke that he wanted to do so he could have a quick Nuzlocke to do for the holiday season, and I really think it's cool and creative that he came up with something like that. So those are the 3 people I'm tagging. I'm sure they'll have their own videos out pretty soon, and I'm looking forward to seeing all 3 of them. Alright guys, there you have it. That's going to do it for this tag challenge video. Once again, go make sure you check out Bird Keeper Toby. He's the original creator of this tag challenge. If you guys are new to the channel for this video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. I recently hit 400 subscribers, and my next goal is to hit 450. If you also make Nuzlocke content and stuff like that, I'm also starting to do commissions, which you can find me on Twitter and DM me about. I can make Nuzlocke layouts for you, thumbnails and stuff like that. Also, make sure you slap a like button on this video and possibly turn on notifications so you get notified about my future uploads. This is Infernomen burning out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.